watching Fox 13's Good Day Tampa Bay.
Improving safety in Ybor City after a deadly mass shooting more than a month ago. Ahead this hour, what we know ahead of an update from TPD on enhanced enforcement efforts. Plus,
we've now had the final Republican presidential debate ahead of next year's primary contest. I'm Doug Luzader in Washington. We'll have some of the highlights coming up.
And your dream home, hiring an interior designer to make it look amazing. How some of them are using artificial intelligence to stay ahead of the competition. And welcome to the 7 o'clock hour of Good Day Tampa Bay. I'm Laura Moody.
And I'm Russell Rose. A lot ahead this morning, but let's start with the weather and Dave. Hi.
Hey, top of the morning to you. Grab your jackets. 50 degrees. We're actually just jumped up to 50. We've been in the mid 40s for the past, a couple of hours or so. So 50 degrees at the airport in Tampa, but 40 in Brandon, 42 Wesley Chapel. And of course, what sticks out to you, of course, is the mid 30s in Crystal River and in Brooksville. Yeah, it's a pretty cold morning around here. However, mostly sunny skies, dry air, winds shifting to more of a northeast to east direction. That all equals one thing: fast warm up. So we may start in the 30s and 40s, but ultimately our highs today are going to go back up to right around that 70-degree mark this afternoon. So enjoy it, okay, Elise?
All right, Dave, thank you. 7:01 is our time, and we did have some issues out there on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. All lanes are reopened now, and things are moving along here in both directions. Skyfox is over 275 also, right around the Trop. As you can see, things are moving along fine here as well. It looks like it's going to be a really pretty day there. And here's a look at that tighter shot with the lanes that were blocked for the rest area at the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, as I mentioned. Moving along just fine. 275 at MLK Jr. Boulevard. Things are moving along fine here too, but we'll head to the rest of the roads where we do have a crash out there now. Keene Road at Bel Air Road, there's a crash through Clearwater, and all the way out to downtown. Your I-4 westbound slows you down into the downtown interchange, and then you can see your vet starting to build some volume on that southbound side as well, but not causing a major delay there. 75 southbound slows you down over the Manatee River, and then it's a good go for you all the way to Sarasota. Your Veterans Expressway, as you saw those delays on the map, building some volume there from Van Dyke Road to the Courtney Campbell, a 22-minute ride. Your Selman and your Polk Parkway, though, moving along just fine at 7:02. Russell and Laura?
All right, Elise, thank you. New charges this morning against a 14-year-old for his alleged involvement in the Ybor City shooting spree.
Meantime, the police chief will present his security suggestions to the city council today. Our Kelly Cowan is covering that story for us. Hey, Kelly, good morning.
Good morning to you. And one of the big challenges right now for City Council as they look to make potential changes that could impact safety is that a lot of the details that they need about the investigation can't be revealed because the investigation is ongoing at this point.
All right, Kelly. Thank you.
It took a lot of teamwork to put an accused killer behind bars in Hernando County. We're told he was hiding in South America. Henry Sucraz was wanted for a brutal attack of a man in July of 2021. Detectives believe that he fled to Guyana shortly after that, so they made law enforcement in that country aware of it. They say Sucraz went to the American Embassy in Guyana last month to get a passport to the U.S. Sucraz flew to Miami on November 21st, where he was immediately met by customs agents. He is back in Hernando County now, where he's being held without bond. And take a good look at your screen. Pasco detectives need your help finding a missing teen. Her name is Deanna Chapman. She's just 16 years old. She was last seen Saturday afternoon along Carroll Lane in Zephyr Hills. Anyone with information on her whereabouts, or if you think you saw Deanna, you're urged to call the Pasco County Sheriff's Office at the number on your screen.
7:09 and caught on camera a Good Samaritan stopping a carjacking at the Publix in Riverview. The video shows victim Billy Rickard walking past the suspect who is sitting on the curb. Well, he gets up, walks toward her. At that point, she says he was demanding her keys. She said no, turns away, and tries to fight him off. He ends up snatching the keys as she falls to the ground. Well, that's when two Good Samaritans ran over and got a hold of him. They were able to restrain him until police got there. Rickard calls them her angels.
Wow. I was really blessed. They came to my rescue. I didn't break a bone. I could have been stabbed. I could have, been shot or anything. I'm blessed.
Well, Rickard got to meet one of the men who helped her yesterday for the first time since the attack and thanked him for stopping the carjacking. 42-year-old Robert Moore is now facing battery charges. He's currently in the Hillsborough County Jail.
A doctor's orders: get more sleep.
Coming up, why not enough may hurt women more than men. Plus,
The FBI says it's conducted 11% more firearm background checks on Black Friday than it did last year. We'll tell you who's buying these firearms coming up.
Temperatures in the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s. We got 3 decades of temperatures here this morning. Look at Citrus County, the mid-30s. You got 42 in Wesley Chapel, 40 Brandon, mid-40s in Polk County. Tampa running at about 50 degrees. Dry air, lots of sunshine. It's going to warm us up quick today. Get up to about 70 degrees for a high, 58 tonight, into the upper 70s for tomorrow.
All right, Dave. And before the break, a reminder about our triple match campaign. We're teaming up with Metropolitan Ministries. Each donation will be triple matched up to the first $100,000. To help, just scan the QR code on your screen. That'll take you directly to the triple match site where you can make a donation, or you can go to our website, fox13news.com. Look under the Care Force section there. Campaign runs through December 17th.
And now, Fox 13 meteorologist Dave Osterberg with your Sky Tower radar forecast.
7:14, much different, isn't it, in the Gulf than it was yesterday? All these white caps yesterday. So, hey, boaters, we don't have any advisories, no caution flags, just a moderate chop if you want to go out there today. 50 degrees at the beach this morning. 50 degrees as well in Tampa with some high clouds, again, just streaming across. Most areas, though, are in the 40s. Plant City, sorry about that, 39. That's how you guys are starting in Plant City this morning. Wow. Brandon at about 45. It's 35 in Brooksville, 36 in Crystal River. And I've got Dade City and Zephyr Hills, both at 39 this morning. Low to mid-50s from Sarasota over to Venice, and mainly 40s inland as well. So a big difference, of course, from yesterday. We're somewhat 7 to 16 degrees colder in Central Florida overall. And we've got lighter winds, and the winds are beginning to shift directions, more of a northeast to east wind moving across the state today. That combined with mostly sunny skies and dry air, you put all that together, a little mathematical equation, equals a very fast warm-up. So wherever you are now, 30s, 40s, or maybe a couple of spots in the lower 50s, everybody's going to get back up to touch or come very close to that lower 70s for you this afternoon. And most of the real thick high cloud covers to our south. So we'll stream a few clouds through from time to time, but overall, a very nice day. And then tonight, the clouds roll back in again, and that's going to help us. Because when the clouds start to roll back in tonight, it's going to stop those low temperatures from getting down to where they are this morning. So you're going to see more upper 40s to mid to upper 50s tomorrow morning. Still going to be jacket weather, but nothing majorly significant. And then tomorrow during the day, just a decent amount of cloud cover, but no significant rain. We're looking at temperatures tomorrow, though, to get back into the upper 70s. So you go from, what, 30s and 40s this morning to 70 degrees today. Upper 70s tomorrow, lower 80s by Saturday. Let me just show you the 7-day. Just show it to you this way, because we're going to warm right back up again to way above normal. Then we got a cold front coming through. It looks like it's going to get pushed back a few hours. So our best rain chances now are late Sunday rather than midday Sunday. That's good. So late Sunday, and then we'll cool it back down to the 60s by Monday.
All right, Dave, thank you. 7:16 is our time, and we do have an issue right now. Here is Skyfox over the Veterans Expressway. This is southbound around 275. You can see the 2 center lanes are blocked with emergency on the scene, emergency response there. You can see the outside lanes are getting around it, but I'm sure this is going to start backing things up. I think it's about a 20-minute delay for you right now into that area. Here's I-4 and Hillsborough Avenue. That's also taking out a lane off to the side with some volume into that scene. 75 just north of Sun City Center, though. Things are moving along fine here in both directions. And up to Pasco and Hernando counties, no major issues to report on your majors. You can see some slowdowns on 41 as you start to approach Wesley Chapel, but a little further south, I-4, a pretty good ride for you. Just some taps on the brakes through Plant City into Dover. And of course, at MLK, as you saw that the crash out there on the cameras. And then your Polk majors, those are all moving along. A lot of green here, so that's good news. Your Tampa majors, 75, moving along fine. Your Vets now at 29 minutes rather, and then 275 from the north apex of 75 to I-4. That's about a 23-minute drive.
Well, there's typically a spike in crime around the holidays. A lot of people are taking precautions this year.
And gun sales set a record on Black Friday. Fox's Kelly Sabarian went to a gun store in Chicago where they are seeing an increase in female customers.
Well, moms have so much to do and in many cases too little time to get it all done. Coming up, why women might need more sleep than men.
Plus, a new spin on interior design using artificial intelligence. How one company is doing that with amazing results.
First, though, we check in with Charlie Belger. Good morning.
It's beginning to look and feel a lot like Christmas at Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. Surrounded by beautiful lights and decorations, I'm going to tell you all about Christmas in the wild and how you could give the animals a nice little Christmas present they could certainly use. I'll explain when Good Day Tampa Bay continues from Zoo Tampa.
You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay.
Welcome back. It's 7:23. It's time to take a look at some of the national stories this morning.
3 people are dead. 1 person is hurt after a shooting at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Oh, that brings back memories, doesn't it? Wow. All those shows, plus the Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, and so many more. Norman Lear was behind all of them. He was a groundbreaker. He tackled tough topics using television to both enlighten and entertain. He really moved the medium, too, to a whole new level. Sadly, he died Tuesday night at the age of 101. And among the tributes that are pouring in is one from Rob Reiner. He played Meathead on the Lear's All in the Family, and he says, quote, "I loved Norman Lear with all my heart. He was my second father." Incredible talent.
Russian lawmakers have set the 2024 presidential vote for March the 17th. Vladimir Putin has not announced his intention to run again. We expect him to do so. It would be his 5th term. His first term was from 2000 to 2008. He's now held that position since 2012. Prominent critics who could challenge Putin are either in jail or living abroad or no longer with us. Thanks to a constitutional change that Putin orchestrated himself, he has the ability to stay in office until 2030.
3, 2, 1, 0, liftoff.
SpaceX sent another rocket into orbit a few hours ago. It was carrying 23 of those Starlink satellites that help provide internet access for people living in remote parts of the world. The satellites are kept in the nose cone on top of the 230-foot rocket. Deployment happens about 90 minutes after liftoff. This was the 90th launch this year for SpaceX. 90 launches.
Crazy, huh? Well, first it was the snub by the playoff selection committee, and now another setback for Florida State football before the Orange Bowl. We have that coming up.
Plus, the start of Hanukkah. Matthew McClellan tells us how the war might affect how people celebrate.
Laura, good morning. A wave of anti-Semitism here in the U.S. raising concerns among Jewish families ahead of Hanukkah celebrations tonight. After the break, how local congregations are preparing.
Happy Hanukkah from Fox 13. You're watching Fox 13's Good Day Tampa Bay.
About to touch 7:30 this morning. Grab your jackets, of course. 30s, 40s, and 50s. It just depends on where you are. So let's show you the numbers. Tampa right at 50 degrees, a little north wind, which calmed down overnight, allowing the cooler temperatures to really take hold. We've got 40s from Brandon eastward, and then you go north, and I've got Citrus and Hernando County, and parts of those folks, you know, they're in the 30s this morning. So the only 50s we got mainly along the coast. Everybody warms up quickly for today. Mostly sunny skies. The winds are shifting to more of an easterly direction. And now that they do that, we warm it up. So we're going to get back close to 70 degrees for a high this afternoon. Then tomorrow, at least, we're going to go back into the upper 70s. So it gets cold, but it warms up just as fast.
All right, Dave, thank you. 7:30 is our time, and we do have Skyfox over a crash right now. This is the Veterans Expressway is southbound. Right around Independence Parkway, you can see the crash here, taking out 2 lanes and traffic moving around the scene there. It's definitely starting to build some delays and some volumes in that area. So just be aware of that. Give yourself some extra time. Same thing here, I-4 westbound at Hillsborough Avenue. You can see a tight ride for you with the crash off to the side. But we'll head to the rest of the roadways a little further south to Manatee County, 53rd Avenue. There's a crash at US 3 301, taking out a lane there. And then all the way down to 75 to Venice. That's in good shape. No issues to report. And your Tamiami Trail's moving along just fine with some green there. Your other big bridges, your Howard Franklin, your Courtney Campbell, the Gandy Bridge, all of that is moving along fine. Your Sunshine Skyway Bridge moving along fine now after all of those closures throughout the evening. And then our 2 lanes blocked this morning, causing quite a delay.
Okay, thank you. Hanukkah begins at sundown today, a time of peace and light.
Yeah, but this year, it's also a time of grief and worry amid the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. Fox 13's Matthew McClellan is live to tell us how that might impact holiday observances. Good morning, Matt.
Laura, good morning. At celebrations all across the area tonight, we will see the festivities kicking off at sundown, celebrating, yes, the first night of Hanukkah.
Well, not only is a good night's sleep important for our energy levels, it's also essential for mental and physical health. A new study found that women who do not get enough sleep may have an increased risk of getting diabetes. The recommended amount of sleep, 7 to 9 hours, but surveys show that about a third of Americans get less sleep than that. Researchers at Columbia University found that even just a slight change can put women at risk. In the study, women were asked to prolong their typical bedtime by an hour and a half every night. This cut their sleep to about 6 hours. Doctors ran blood tests after 6 weeks and found that the shortened sleep schedule had increased insulin resistance in women by about 15%. Researchers will next investigate whether better sleep can improve blood sugar control and metabolism. Artificial intelligence is becoming a big part of the housing industry.
It's redefining home design. Fox's Jerry Willis gives us a look at how this new tech works. Interior designers might be busy next year. It looks like the stagnant housing market is on the verge of getting a big boost. A number of significant improvements are coming soon, too. That's according to the real estate brokerage firm Redfin. They predict home prices will drop 1% year over year. They think mortgage rates will drop a little, too, enough to attract more buyers anyway. Inventory remains pretty high right now with the new year less than 4 weeks away.
Rays will be moving in a few years, and they're working with the city of St. Pete on a new name. And while this process plays out, City Council member Gina Driscoll is making a pitch for the team to change their name. She thinks the St. Petersburg Rays is more appropriate than the Tampa Bay Rays. She's asking city managers to discuss that with the Rays while they negotiate about the new stadium.
A lot of people have been talking about this idea, and I thought we should have a discussion about it and just see where that goes.
And with that, well, discussions about a Tampa Bay Rays name change will be on the City Council agenda docket on December 14th. Last name change in Major League Baseball was the Indians, a word some tribal leaders found offensive. The new team in Cleveland became the Guardians.
Down sports this morning, the Lightning start a 5-game road trip tonight in Nashville, and then they'll swing out west. Before leaving, they have to take care of business at home, and that's probably not the last announcement coming from either team. I'm sure there's be some players who are going to opt for the NFL draft over the game. But yeah, that 1 o'clock kickoff in Atlanta. These teams are so evenly stacked. A lot of weapons on both sides of the ball. Both defenses are very strong. Should be a good game.
You can really hone in on Bijan Robinson, too. If you can get him contained, that's...
You just wanted to say Bijan Robinson.
I did. I wanted to feel smart this morning. 7:41. It's 53 degrees from the Serrata Beach Resort camera. Listen, most of us are in the 40s. There's some 30s in our northern counties, but everybody warms up quickly to the point we get back up to near 70 again this afternoon. Your 7-day, a couple minutes from now.
And the chairs are already out for a big night in Lakeland, the city's annual Christmas parade. But there's a big major change this year. We'll tell you about it coming up at 8 o'clock.
Fox 13 Sky Fox Traffic is sponsored by Glass Doctor. Chipped or broken windshield will protect those you care about the most.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your paint. Oh, yeah!
And now, Fox 13 meteorologist Dave Osterberg with your Sky Tower radar forecast.
7:44 and 53 degrees. The USF Marine Science camera, that little north wind at around 7 miles per hour. It is a beautiful, beautiful start, and I know it's cold, but very dry air. Winds are going to shift to more kind of a northeast to easterly direction this afternoon, and that's going to quickly warm us up. So hang in there. Crystal River at your 36, and Brooksville's at 35. Lakeland to Wesley Chapel at 43. Brandon is at 40. The 50s are confined mainly to the coast. but everybody warms up and eventually gets back to near or touching 70 this afternoon. So I know that's going to be, it's kind of hard to imagine you're 36 now and you're going to be close to 70, but it will happen, Crystal River. You're 16 degrees colder this morning. Tampa's 8 degrees colder this morning. I got Sarasota at about 12 degrees colder than it was yesterday. Winds starting that shift to the northeast and then eventually the east, which is a warming wind. Also, it's incredibly dry this morning, and the humidity levels between now and this front coming through on Sunday are going to go right back up again. So it's like we drop the humidity down, and we're going to bring it right back up again, and then watch what happens. We drop it right back down again for you on Monday. So our temperature roller coaster and our humidity roller coaster will really continue. So great day today. We're going to warm it back up to about 70 degrees. Tonight will not be as cold. And main reason is this. Look at the cloud cover beginning to stream in overnight. No rain associated with that, but the clouds will tend to act like a little blanket. So it doesn't allow, you know, the warmth from today to go way back up into the atmosphere and just kind of keeps it sitting on the ground, which is why I think tonight will be in the 50s rather than the 40s and the 30s. But the clouds will continue right through Friday afternoon. Difference tomorrow, we're going to bring temperatures back up to the upper 70s. So imagine that, right? You're sitting here at 35, 36 up in Citrus County this morning. Close to 70 today, maybe some lower 70s well inland. Then tonight, we're back into the 50s again, just some cloud cover hanging around, kind of a chilly night, but not as cold as this morning. And then for Friday, we're going to bring it up a notch, up to 77 degrees for your high temperature in the afternoon for you tomorrow. We've got northeast winds for boaters today, 10 to 15 knots, seas running 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop. So no caution flags, no small craft advisories. Enjoy to be careful out there. We've got temperatures getting to the 80s on Saturday. One day in the 80s. Sunday is not going to be a bad day. You see that 70% and your first thought is, oh no, I got things to do outdoors. Don't worry right now. That rain may not come through until Sunday evening. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that, and then it cools back down to 66 for a high on Monday. Okay?
Thank you. Clearwater Marine Aquarium is taking care of about 16 sea turtles that came from New England. They were flown down here for the warmer weather. Many of the turtles are suffering from a condition marine biologists called cold stun that causes their circulatory systems to slow down, and they can't swim or function properly.
So when the water temperature drops, their internal body temperatures will also drop, causing them to strand on the beaches. So to help with their caseload, they send sea turtles to different facilities throughout the country, and we are one of the lucky few that get to help them out.
Once the sea turtles recover, they'll be taken over to the East Coast. That way they can end up back in the Atlantic Ocean.
Tickets for the Florida Strawberry Festival go on sale this morning. The 11-day event is bringing over 20 top artists to the area. The musical lineup includes Cody Johnson, Flo Rida, Jordan Davies, the Commodores, ZZ Top, and the Beach Boys. The festival runs from February 29th to March 10th. Advance admission tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for kids. They go on sale at 8 a.m. on the festival website.
All right, let's get to Charlie Belcher now and see what's going on with him this morning. Hi.
Good morning.
What?
Hello.
What?
I'm sorry. I love watching mascots interact with each other. And look at this. We got 3 cuties right here.
No.
I don't know whether this is a Santa tea or a Manasanta or a Santa tea. I've lost my sanity, I'll tell you that right now. And then we got Mrs. Panther Claus, and we got a penguin. Yes, this is perfect. We're all celebrating Christmas in the wild at Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. I'm going to tell you all about this wonderful event, Select Nights, now through December 30th. Stick around, everybody. We're having a good day, Tampa Bay. Just 4 mascots with really big heads hanging out. Going to tell you all about how you can enjoy this, too, when Good Day Tampa Bay continues. Good day, Tampa Bay, and happy Thursday to you. I'm Charlie Belcher coming to you from Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park, where they are celebrating Christmas in the wild. The Santa tea right over here. It is Select Nights through December 30th. Let's get right to Alex, who's going to give us all the details. Shivering, this is suffering for your art in a short sleeve shirt because that's the one with the nice logo on it right there. Tell me about Christmas in the Wild 2023.
So Christmas in the Wild is our annual Christmas event here at Zoo Tampa, and it's something that we do every year to create a nice family tradition for the local Tampa families.
I love it. I should introduce our guests. Do these all folks have names?
Yep, you've got Manny T. He's wearing his Santa coat.
Manny T. Okay.
Flora Panther's got her Miss Claus dress on.
What's her name? Does she have a name?
Yeah, Flora Panther.
Oh, Flora. The Florida Panther.
Yep.
Flora Panther. Okay.
And this is Pipsy Penguin. And you can only see Pipsy during Christmas here at Christmas in the Wild at Zoo Tampa.
Okay.
She's not here all the time. Manny and Flora are here all the time. But Pipsy just comes down for the holiday season.
Very nice. So give me a sense. I see the sign says Forest of Fantasy. What is that aspect of Christmas in the Wild?
This is our big tree show that happens right in the front of the park. We have 2 different shows that play every 15 minutes. And basically we saw that people do these giant 50-foot trees. And we're like, what's better than one giant tree? Let's do 32 trees that reach 50 feet. So this is 32 trees all the way around. The whole circle comes to life. 15 minutes at a time every night, 4 to 10.
Any bizarre weather patterns?
Well, here in Florida, you don't see it often, but every now and then we get snow here.
That's what I was wondering.
So the Forest of Fantasy does bring that magic here, and there's some snow elsewhere around the park as well.
All right, nice. And okay, so that's one aspect. Tell me about some of the other aspects that make up Christmas in the Wild.
So we've got a bunch of new stuff this year too. Some giant animal statues tying back into our messaging here at the zoo that you want to see these beautiful animals. So we found big, tall representations of some of them. A 22-foot giraffe that lights up is gorgeous.
I was going to say, these are all out of Christmas lights, too?
All out of Christmas lights.
Nice.
So again, tying in our core message of we want to take care of these animals and educate people about them and still celebrating the holidays with all these fun things.
Well, and that's why you will see these QR codes. In fact, this is the most, mascots, let's get over there, right? We'll point that out, Flora Panther. Like this is really an important aspect of Christmas in the Wild. Explain what that is.
So if you scan this QR code, you're able to give right back to the animals directly at the zoo. So that link sends you to a link where you can pick which animal you love the most, and there's a laundry list of wish list for what those animals would like, and enrichment and fun play toys and stuff like that.
You can literally buy a ball for the tiger, or you can buy a gift for the orangutans.
Exactly, or
something for the manatee.
Oh, right.
Maybe a bunch of lettuce for the manatee.
Keep these guys fed.
And maybe a log to crawl on for the Florida Panthers.
Yep.
And then maybe some fish for the penguins.
Yeah, exactly. So if you scan that code, you can give directly to the animal, and you can pick which one that animal is.
All right, how about food and drink? I know you guys always go out of your way for food and drink. New things for Christmas in the Wild?
Yeah, we've got the holiday poutine out, which is French fries, gravy, curds, and cranberries. And then we've got a really cool waffle sandwich with cranberry cream cheese, lettuce, and turkey.
And the Christmas in the Wild, it extends zoo hours into the evening. I mean, it's at night, so you can see all the Christmas lights.
Correct.
Right? And that's also a special time to be at the zoo because some of the animals get a little more active in the evening.
Yeah, a lot more of the animals are doing more at night or early morning, which you may miss out when you come to the regular zoo hours. So it allows guests to come see that. Also, it allows for a discounted ticket. So if you come to just the event 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., the cost is $24.95. But if you come and enjoy the park for the full day price, you can stay for Christmas too.
Oh, good. You don't have to leave and come back.
Yeah, but if you want a discount ticket, 4 to 10, $24.95.
I love it. All right, you know what? He looks cold. I look cold.
Yes, I am.
Warm him up, everybody.
I like it.
Warm him up.
ZooTampa.org.
There you go. ZooTampa.org for all of your tickets. Stick around, everybody. More from Zoo Tampa when Good Day Tampa Bay continues.